Good morning, everybody. This is Reverend Sam with Living in Love and Grace, and I am actually here today in our chapel at Amazing Love Sanctuary. So let me kind of pan around for you to see that. There's our door. There's our banner. Down there we have our altar area. So your lucky day, we get to be together in the chapel here at Amazing Love Sanctuary. I hope you can hear this. It's really kind of different because I'm using since I'm in the chapel, I'm using my iPad rather than my computer. So I hope you can get some good sound out of this. But anyway. Here we are, living in love and grace, September 2nd. It's hard to believe that we made it to September. August was such a tough month for us. But anyway, just kind of emotionally and all that stuff. So when you're on here, if anybody gets on here, make sure you let me know that you can hear us so that we can keep you top of things. Let me put some stuff here. There's my email address if you need to email me. Let's see who's on here with me today. Send me a message. Let me know if you can hear everything, because I've never done it from the iPad, so I don't know if you're hearing me. Otherwise, if you can't hear me, we'll shut it down and start all over again and move into my office. Let's see here. Somebody's on here with me. Let me see. All right, let's see who's watching us today. Let me know. Get on there and send me a message. You, Tabby, thank you. How are you doing? God bless you. You can hear me. So that's all that's important, Tabby, is that you can hear me. So anyway, a couple things that I wanted to talk about was just some thoughts here that come into my mind. Jean Vanier, the founder of Large Communities, said this: Jesus came to bring good news to the poor, not to those who serve the poor. I think we can only truly experience the presence of God, meet Jesus, receive the good news in and through our own poverty, because the kingdom of God belongs to the poor in spirit, poor in material possessions. Here's the key. I love this statement. The poor who are crying out for love. The poor who are crying out for love. Man, that's a powerful statement. Crying out for love. I think so many of us really sit and wonder in our whole lives where we fit into this and who God is, and does God care? Does God listen? You know, who's gonna love me? And some people spend their whole lives chasing around for love and trying to figure out where they're gonna find love. And it breaks my heart, because we have this amazing answer of the love of Jesus, and we try to color it in with all kinds of other stuff that wasn't meant to be there, but we do that. So anyway, so I think that, and then let me read from the Ragamuffin Gospel, Reflections for Ragamuffins. Living out of the center frees us from the tyranny of peer pressure. Living to please the Father as Jesus did becomes the basic impulse of the spiritual life. It's more important than pleasing people. You see, Jesus wasn't intimidated by public opinion, by what others think. In order to be free from the outcasts, the sinners, the marginal in his social world, Jesus had to keep his distance from the expectations and the moralizing judgments of the authorities and the respectables. I love this part here. When he walked with the notorious sinner Zacchaeus. I like those words. The notorious sinner Zacchaeus. Oh my God. It's an incredible thing. When he walked with the notorious, that's who you and I are. It's, Brendan Manning put it this way. He said in one of his last writings, I was a priest. I was an ex-priest. I was a husband. I was an ex-husband. I was an alcoholic. I was sober. He was all of those things. And all of us fall into those struggles in our lives. And we forget that no matter what we think we should be, God still loves us. And yes, we cry out for divine love. You think Zacchaeus was crying out for his divine love? I think he was. When he walked with the notorious sinner Zacchaeus through the streets of Jericho, he was not fazed by the scandalized murmurs of the crowd. He wasn't looking around anxiously, fearing what people might say. He was neither afraid of their rejection nor concerned about stepping on toes. He was going to the home of Zacchaeus because this sinner was a child of God. And that was all. And that's the name of the tune. Wow. What does it take for us to figure this out? What does it take for us to figure out what love is? Trying to understand what divine love is. I want to kind of go on. I've been talking about what love is, and a couple of things that come into my mind is that love doesn't get any better than this, the love of Jesus. That's the best love. Jesus, love doesn't get better than this. As he said this, as the Father has loved me, so I love you. Now remain in my love. That's a pretty simple, straightforward statement. We're just called to remain in his love. Not figure it out, not try to process it, but to remain in it, to settle in it. He also said, if you keep my commandments, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. That's what we're looking for, that complete satisfaction of learning how to rest and settle in and experience God's love. So take out all the rules. Now, I don't want you to misread this. If you keep my commands, a lot of times preachers get in there and they throw in, if you keep my commands, and what are they talking about? Going to church more, giving more, praying more, reading the Bible more, doing more, trying to get God to love them. But what was Jesus' commands? Love God with all your heart, your soul, your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. And he said, that's what all the law is in those two commands. This is my command is this: love each other as I have loved you. And then he went on. Greater love has no one than this, than to lay down his life for one's friends. Now, I'm going to kind of shake you up a little bit here. Jesus wasn't talking about his crucifixion here. He was talking about the idea of us sacrificing of ourselves, laying down our lives for our friends, laying down our lives for those that we love. That's what he was talking about. We heap all these rules and expectations on it, and we run around. And I said this before, if you leave a church service feeling less than and incomplete and beat up and taken advantage of, and there's something wrong. Jesus went on, "You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends, for everything that I learned from my Father I have made known to you." You see, there's no secrets. So many pastors and preachers get out there and they want to, there's all these unwritten things that we never have been taught never to share. And Jesus gave us all of it. He expressed his heart, and he's telling us the truth, all of the truth, not a part of it, not a piece of it, but all of it. Then he goes on, "You didn't choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit that will last, and so that whatever you ask in my name, the Father will give you. This is my command. Love each other." This is my command, that you love each other. We make it so difficult and so complicated. Churches and doctrine and denominations make it all so complicated. And I like this because I was just talking to somebody, and they were talking about, well, when I went to church, I had to say the prayer, and I had to ask Jesus into my heart and ask Jesus into my life. I had to choose Jesus. And what does Jesus say here? You didn't choose me. I chose you and appointed you so that you might have a fruitful life. Oh, man, if we could just figure this, if we could just rest in that and stop trying to figure this out, things would be definitely different for us. But we complicate everything. We mess everything up. We go into this with this whole list of rules that we think we have to follow. And Jesus said this simple thing: love each other. That's all. I wish we could make this more simple for you. I wish we could understand that, the simplicity of that, because it'll change your life. It'll change your life more than you know, more than you understand. Love each other. And it doesn't get better than that. And if we would just settle in and learn how to love each other. It's a simple message. I want to share one more thing. And just a kind of a prayer. And I'm reading from, this is really kind of a cool book called The Common Prayer, a Liturgy for Ordinary Radicals. If you can get this, get it. You can get it in used bookstores for about $4. And I think brand new. I have one that I bought brand new, and I think it was, I don't know, $20 or $30. I don't remember. Get it used. Keep that stuff going out there. But I want to close with a prayer that really stands out in my heart. Lord, even the seraphim and the cherubim hide their faces in your presence as they declare your praise. Help us, mere mortals, to humbly dethrone ourselves and bow before you, that in our weakness we might know your good news and forever sing of your love and grace. That's a powerful prayer. I hope I touched your heart today. I hope I opened yourself up to something new. We all cry out for love. We all need love in our lives. We all want love. We want that pure divine love. that is unconditional, that love that reaches out to our heart and grabs us where we are and reminds us of how much God loves us. And we forget so quickly about that love. Let me close with the forever love commitment. Just kind of remind us of what love is, pure love is, divine love is really like. I want you to know that I am committed to you, and you will never knowingly suffer at my hands. I will never say or do anything knowingly to hurt you. I will always, in every circumstance, seek to help you and support you. If you're down and I can lift you up, I'll do that. Anything that I have that you need, I'll share it with you. And if need be, I will give it to you. No matter what I find out about you, no matter what happens in the future, good or bad, my commitment to you will never change. And there's nothing you can do about it. You don't have to respond. I love you. And that's what it means. Love, acceptance, and forgiveness. I hope those words were a blessing to you today. I hope you have a great day. And don't forget to share this message out. Let people know about it. If you want to support this ministry, I'll put this up there. I think we have a Venmo account. You can go onto Venmo at Rev Sam Lopez and support the ministry. Every little bit helps. And we definitely are there. If you have a prayer request, make sure you let us know so that we can pray for you. Don't forget, let me put my email address up there. I think I got it. If you need to send a prayer request and you want to email it to us, there you go. RevSJLopez@gmail. We're here for you. Anyway, I hope you have a blessed day. God bless you. And if you need anything, make sure you reach out to us here at Living in Love and Grace. And also, here we are, Amazing Love Sanctuary. I have a couple surprises. We're going to be getting started with some live services, Sunday services here very, very soon in September. We'll keep you up on that. I think that's about all I've got. Let me get here. I always like to do this really cool thing. So you guys have a great day. God bless. Bye.